All right. How are we all doing? I haven't used this microphone in such a long time. I'm not used to it. But it's good to be back. In a way. How are we all doing? Hope we're doing well. I forgot how non-cardoid this microphone is. It is good to see you all, and thanks for coming in. This is something that's taken like a year for me to effectively do. But we're here now, and it works, which is great, and it's me. And I need to get my music rigged up correctly, evidently, but don't worry about it, it's fine. How's it going? What's the haps? Hello to, well, all to everyone, I guess. It's good to see everybody. What's the haps? Oh man, I've been working on this for so long, and now it's actually a thing. Like it's happening. Which is good. I'm a little bit nervous, but you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. How are we all doing? What is going on? And welcome on in. Let me know if anything scuffs. I mean, it is a debut stream. That's kind of how they go, right? Like scuffing is kind of the name of the game, I guess. It's kind of how it goes. Oh, I need to make myself bigger. Oh look, I'm bigger. I did it. All sorted. Oh wow. Like what do I do? No, it's fine. Today's process will be pretty simple. I evidently need to get emotes working in my Stream Elements chat, but that's someone else's problem. That's later me's problem. That's all good. Hunter will sort that later. But yes, hello, I am Hunter. It is good to see all of you. And what's the haps? What's going on? I exist, which is cool. Apparently. I think I exist. Do I exist? Oh no, we're not even live 5 minutes. We've already hit our first existential crisis. That did not last very long. Alrighty, I'm just sitting here drinking coffee. It's kind of what I'm known for. It's kind of what I do, but you know. But I'll let it get cold. I made it thinking like, oh, okay, I can have a huge amount of energy before I kind of kick into this, right? And then I was like, oh wait, no, I need to set up my chat box. Oh wait, no, I need to set up like a billion other things. And then I just didn't drink it. And now it's here. And I also got an energy drink, which is not something I normally have. I'm not a huge fan of those, but I got it. And I was like, oh cool. I've got this Iron Boss. And like I'm a big fan of Boss coffee. Boss coffee is like horrendously sweet and it's great. Unless you get Boss Black coffee, that's not. But apparently they also make an energy drink. And I was like, oh, this is probably going to be not terrible, but it's not what they're known for. So I grabbed it. And I grabbed it out of the fridge. And I'm like, oh, cool, I'll drink that. And I just didn't. It just didn't happen. But that's okay. At least I can drink it later because I didn't open it. So I guess today's procedure, this is the debut stream. It won't be a particularly long broadcast. It'll be like half hour to an hour. Hello, angelic sibling. It's good to see you. How you doing? Hello. And thank you. Thank you so much. It's yeah, this has been in production for approximately, I'd say about a year. I took a long time getting to all this, and I wanted to give a bit of a story with like old versions of me and stuff that didn't actually get used, but I kind of didn't do that. No, I don't even think I loaded my old model onto this computer, because this is actually, even though it's my debut per se, this is actually my second fully functioning model. The first model I never used, basically, because of a variety of stories, which we'll get into. I'll get into that after I go through like debut slides and things like that, and like show off the 2 videos that we've already done. And I'm not an idol, I'll be no singing at the end, so you know, your ears will be safe for now. But Kaibo arigato, Valerie arigato, and Bamboo as well, and Chandra, good to see you. Thank you for supporting the debut. It means a lot. Thanks so much. Let's bring our slides. Let's do it. So we'll give it a couple more minutes. Give people a bit of time to get in and kind of just hang out, and you can see the background of it. Let me go back to the full shot so you guys can kind of see a little bit more of it. Oh, I'm too big. Don't really have a way to sort that easily unless no, I really don't. I'm just gonna have to do that every time, but that's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. We can do a little bit of toggling though. We can put a hat on. We'll put a hat on for now. That'll be something different. But yeah, we'll be probably, because I can talk a little bit about broadcast frequency and schedule. I'll probably be broadcasting, I'd say 3 times a week, maybe 4. 4 would be ideal. We'll see how we go. It depends on, you know, what's coming out, what I want to do, and just like general objective. There is definitely a lot of games I want to play. Like Xenoblade came out, what, today? And Live Alive came out recently, and Digimon Survive came out today, and like there's a lot. And then like the bajillion other games which I've been saving for the last year, being like, oh, I'll play these when I debut, and then debut doesn't happen for a year. So but it's happening now, so now I can, which is good. I have a massive backlog, but not really enough time to really play them all, but that's okay, don't worry about it. We'll get there. Well, I'll have to be selective, but I'll talk a bit more about what I'm gonna play when we get into like slide things. Now the slides ain't great. I didn't put a huge amount of like well, not effort. I put effort into them, but I'm just not graphically inclined. I am pretty graphic dumb, so they're pretty simple in that regard. That's, yeah, right, reuse games instead. That's fair. I mean I'm gonna play the VTuber triple, of course, which is like, you know, Apex or Overwatch or like Valorant, right? Like, you know, that's just, if you're a VTuber, you just play those 3 things. You just do. I don't make the rules. It's just how it goes. So I'll definitely play those, but I have a lot of other things I really want to tackle as well, which I'll get into when we start like slide, and which I guess we're verbing that now. That's what we're gonna do. This debut will be mostly in English as well. I do speak Japanese also to like probably like between an N4 to N3 degree. Nothing crazy. Oh, okay, I didn't realize the keybinds could change size and location. Okay, I'll keep that in mind because I can hotkey them into a Stream Deck because I've got a Stream Deck here. So if keybinds can change size and location, then I can hotkey stuff. I didn't know that, so I have a lot to look into. It totally is, Waffles. It's like the 3. It's like the 3 FPSs that if you're a VTuber, you play 1 or more of those titles. You generally don't play all 3 though. Like, I don't know if anyone will play all 3. They'll pick like 2. They'll play 2 of those. There's generally Apex and Valorant, or some will play Overwatch on their own. But with Overwatch 2 coming out, that might change a little bit. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I'm going to make it so I'm no longer monitoring my microphone because I'm hearing myself in my head. Oh, I have monitor off. That's not working. Oh, never mind. I guess we have to deal with it. Oh, because I've got it on my Go XLR. I've got my Go XLR routing, and I go like this. This should be fine. I hope. Oh, but no. I need that because I can't. Then like I get my audio ratios are all off. I don't like it. Faye, it's good to see you. How you doing? What is the haps? What's the haps? Happy face. What's the haps? Oh no, I forgot my cat ears come out of my hat when I do that because I have cat ears as well. I guess that's been shown off now. Oh, I can have them both on at the same time. What have I done? There we go. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't talk about it. It's all good. It's all good. Let's get into slides because I have those. Let me make myself get bigger. Problem solved. Did it. And we will do slides up. Bam. Okay, so I have like 9 of these. Shout outs to Alto Kurumi because I pretty much just looked at theirs as inspiration for mine. Obviously with different like content, but categorically it's similar. For this like for 自己紹介からな。So, hey, hi, what's up? I'm Hunter Phoenix と Hunter Phoenix と申しますの Fenny と呼んで So, nickname is Fenny. The reason why I've chosen that as a fic name because it's a little bit different. Hunter and Phoenix both being English names, like actual names, makes it kind of hard to get tags and stuff like that, and it's also apparently the name of an actress in New York, so whoops. Oh well. But so Fenny is what I'll probably go by nickname wise, and also because in Japanese Phoenix is said Phoenix, it's a little bit different, so we'll probably go with that. I'm in my 30s. I'm not going to give an exact number, but that's how old I am. I am probably... Well, I was going to say I'm older than a few VTubers out there, but then there's little like, hi, I'm a VTuber. I'm like,
oh, hi, I'm 8,000 years old.
Or something like that. So maybe that will be less of an issue. Maybe I'm really young in the VTubers. But hey, to me, I'm 20 on the inside. Doesn't matter how old I am. I'm 20 on the inside. I'm ready to party, always. And coffee is a good source of caffeine. So, you know, always high energy. Or something like that. In terms of my birthday, it's October 1st. Now, that is not in everywhere in the world, but where I'm from, which is Australia, and a lot of other places, it is International Coffee Day. Makes sense. It's easy. I'll get myself some nice coffee around that time. I'm, you know, a bit shy of 1.8 meters, so above average height, but only just. And as you've probably seen by my background, I own a cafe and I'm a barista. That's what I do. That's what I do. I have fun. But I don't actually make espresso coffee all that much, despite the fact I'm a barista. I do it all manual because I find the procedure of making hot drinks is fun. And I just pressing a button to get coffee to me is kind of boring. So, I mean, I could get like a good espresso machine and then do it manually there too. But I like don't have like $10,000 to do that. So, I haven't. In terms of the languages I speak and will broadcast in, it will be predominantly English, but the aim will be as my Japanese improves and as I get, or if I get a Japanese audience, so we just switch to Japanese as well and eventually try and get it to like 50-50, where I'll do some streams in Japanese, some streams in English. I can speak a tiny bit of Korean, not much. I studied it for a while and then I forgot all of it, but because grammatically it's very similar to Japanese. But we might get more languages as we go, which I'll get into later. But for now, like, you'll see things probably for a little while as I kind of get into gear and like start figuring things out. It'll be in English to start with. Will be kind of where we go, and we'll kind of build up from there. If there's languages you want to see me learn, let me know. Go for it. I've got like a full lifetime like Lingodia subscription, so I'm always happy to explore new things. But I think Lingodia is really good for like Asian languages compared to Duolingo, which is kind of a lot better at like European or like, yo, what up? I want to learn Klingon. I guess I can because it has it, I suppose. That's slide 1. Okay, bam, slide 2. So this is a little bit of a background of me, but there's not much to it because I don't really remember. I don't remember much. It is, Bamboo, it is, but I'm still going to throw shade at Duolingo because I can. In terms of who I am, that's a really good question. And that's why I'm here. I'm trying to figure that out. I kind of woke up on a beach and don't really remember much. But there was a koala nearby. This is my boy here, Noah. He was around. He talks. He doesn't want to talk right now, but he can talk. And he's been helping me out a little bit. Not much, but, you know, as best as a talking koala can do. But yeah, I woke up not really sure what's going on. But I know that, like, obviously I function as a person and I need to figure out what I'm doing and what's going on. So I'm like, all right, cool. What are ways I can meet people and talk to people and maybe learn things? And cafes are a great way to talk to people. And apparently I like coffee. I wasn't too sure about that. I definitely like it now. And broadcasting is a way to do it as well. I'm doing it for 3 years law-wise. Obviously, it debuted. This is like day 1, right? But law-wise, it's been 3 years since I woke up. And I've had 3 years to kind of like learn a bunch of stuff and kind of get things down pat. But I don't remember much. I remember a dream of a beach. Or I dream of a beach. That's kind of it. I don't know anything else yet. The idea behind this is I want to do some really cool law-heavy narratives. I can't speak. So, we're going to go work on that. But that is kind of a while off. But you know it's there. Bam. So yeah. speaking about my boy Noah, who's, you know, here, he hangs out, he gets a bit mad, he gets a bit cranky sometimes, but you know, he's around. So he's kind of the first person that found me and is a talking koala. I don't know why he talks or why he's able to talk. I don't ask him because I don't know. It's like a personal question. It's a personal question. You don't know. You don't be like, oh, hey, Mr. Biggles, how did you get the ability to talk despite the fact you're not really able to talk? Like, I'm sure they enjoy that question like the first 3 times, but like maybe Noah's been asked it like 5,000 times because it's so out of like, koalas don't talk normally, right? Or at least not English. So yeah, I kind of keep, that's his secret. It's his secret. Isn't Noah so cute? I'm so happy with how, like, I guess how Noah came out, for lack of a better term, but Noah's so cute. I'm hoping as we go, Noah will get more expressions apart from just being mad at me all the time. He's very good at being mad. It's if he's definitely an expert at something, it's being cranky. That is for sure. He loves mad, loves getting mad, and then throwing stuff. But you know, he keeps that off broadcast. He's learned quickly. Like when streaming, no throwing things around. Don't throw things at me. Not while I'm live. Time and a place, Noah. Time and a place. Anyway, bam. So I want to talk a little bit about like how I exist and who created me from an artistical perspective. So I've worked with the fantastic crew at UWUMEDIA, who are Australian based, at least as an administrative point, and VTuber, I may have that name pronunciation wrong, who illustrated and rigged me. That is who's responsible for me and all the like expressions and all the animations. We'll show all that at the end. They're available. Well, they're available. It's thanks to them that all of that exists and is available. We'll go with that. But yeah, big thank you to VTuber for kind of working with me for a long time to get this going. I think I was the second VTuber chart of this. I believe Shiro is the first, who is actually also a cafe owner. So there's thematically a similarity. I don't really know why, but there is. So that's the thing, which is great. And they, you know, they're always taking new people, and they're very, very good to work with. I did a lot with UWUMEDIA, not just the character. We'll get into more as we go. Let's talk about what I like, what I don't like, and like the things I like to do, because that's, well, it's kind of important. Competitive or collaborative? Oh, we'll see. That's kind of up to them. That's the them thought. They're a pretty comfy individual. I've spoken to Shiro a few times, so I'm assuming it would be more on the collaborative side. But hey, you never know. If there's competitions coming up, I'm a pretty competitive person. Like, I'm a competitive person. So we'll see how we go. Likes are kind of obvious for a good chunk of them. I love coffee, matcha, and tea. Matcha especially. I love making that. I don't like 4-wheel drives. They're too big. I'll get to that in a bit. I try to think of at least one kind of odd like and kind of odd dislike. I'm just like 4-wheel drives. But anyway, coffee, great. Tea, great. Matcha, amazing. Which I guess is technically really just a tea anyway, right? But it's really good. I really enjoy the procedure of doing that manually, and it's kind of like, it's like a morning ritual per se, if that makes sense. It's a good way to start the day and kind of be like, yes, I'm ready for whatever comes up. I've got to open the cafe, got customers to come in, I've got to be ready for it, right? If I'm drowsy, it's not going to help. I feel like if you're drowsy and you're working in a place that's got full coffee everywhere, I feel that's kind of out of character. I feel like you don't really have an excuse. Like, no, you're surrounded by caffeine. Just smash a liter and you'll be fine. If I like tea, does that include like boba tea? We call it bubble cup here for whatever reason. I think because the first real major brand in Australia to sell it was called Bubble Cup. So we just call it Bubble Cup. Hey, people are starting to call it boba now, but I'm just like, nah, man, it's Bubble Cup. Get some Bubble Cup. I love Bubble Cup. I don't get it that much because it's really expensive now. It's like $8 for a Bubble Cup, and I'm like, oh. But I do have some of the stuff to make it here. I do make bubble cup here. So I do. Never heard of Bubble Cup? Maybe it's a Victoria thing. Maybe it's a Victoria specific thing. Maybe it's a me thing. Maybe it's just a me. Maybe it's just a me thing, and I was like, I do it, therefore all of Australia does it. That's how it works, right? That's me taking a bit of a stretch and then like running a mile with it, right? But I like Bubble Cup a lot, but yeah, it's expensive. It's very, very pricey these days, so I don't get it too much. You can get cheaper ones, but again, like you can also get, again, and I'm going to talk about Australia here specifically, but there's a lot of companies that allow you to just buy the materials to make it at home, and it winds up costing way less. But obviously, you need to buy it in bulk, right? So if you're like, oh, I want to impulsively have a bubble cup, it's $8. Oh, if I spend like $60, then I can get enough to make like 20. So the value is way better, but then you have to do it yourself. But again, I like manual drink making, whether it's like coffee stuff or even like alcoholic cocktails and stuff like that, like an espresso martini, right? It's like, if I could live off those, I would. But yeah, like I enjoy the process of manual drink making, therefore I don't mind that. But at the same time, if you're out and about on a hot day, like just like walking around and be like, oh man, I'm really hot, you get a bubble cup, then it's like $8 and you're like, oh that's too expensive, I'm just gonna go get a Boss coffee for like $4, which is still expensive for what it is, but it's a lot less expensive and has more caffeine, even though it is smaller. But they're good, I like them. Big fan of bubble cup anyway. I also really enjoy calligraphy, but I'm really bad at it. Like specific, okay, I should be specific here, specifically like Asian character calligraphy, so like kanji or hanzi, things like that. But I have really shaky hands, so I suck at it. That's okay, practice will make perfect. That's something that, you know, I had this little, like, it was just like a little water board, like a little, like a sheet, which I could just like put water onto it or dry out really quickly. That was a really good way of practicing, but I would like to actually start doing it in a more paint-based perspective. I know there's tutors out near me, so I can actually learn how to do it, but at the same time, shaky hands, and it's expensive. But it's something I enjoy. I enjoy watching people do it a lot as well. There's a lot of Instagrammers I watch that are really just like them drawing kanji with a pen. Not even with like a calligraphy brush, just with a pen. But I find it really relaxing and cool. I guess it's cool because I can't do it, but it's cool. In terms of things I can't do, music, I also love music. I'm a big fan of music. I do own a musical instrument. I can't play it because I can't find any instructions for it, because it's effectively like a Japanese banjo is basically what it is, but it doesn't play like a banjo, it just kind of sounds like one, so it makes things a little bit tricky as to how to learn it. I have not found any English instructions, despite the fact that I've been traveling a bit recently to be like, hey, X company who has like a library and stuff, like, how do I learn how to play this instrument? And they're just like, we didn't know this instrument existed. And I was like, no, that's not helping, damn it, why did I choose this instrument? But the idea would be to be able to eventually like learn it, and I can play it on broadcast and things like that. It's gonna be really fun, and it has that, it's a really good like pub vibe instrument. It's like if you're sitting with a bunch of friends and someone just pulls it out and starts playing and everyone talks as per normal, it's kind of fine, if that makes sense. So I want to learn that at some point, but we'll get there in a bit. I love food, which means I love fire via extension. Fire is cooking food, it's very important. Not a pyromaniac. Can summon fire, not a pyromaniac. Not the same thing. My eyes might get a little bit fiery when, you know, when I do it, but I can't help that. It's just, you know, it's just part of the parcel. When I summon a fire, my eyes go a little bit fiery. I can't help it. I can't help it. I don't know what you want from me. I can't do much about it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of food as well. Food is my reason for being, even though I have well, I guess logically, if food was my reason for being, I should have made a restaurant, right? I made a cafe. So I guess more coffee is my reason for being, but food is, you know, cafes sell snacks, they sell breads, they sell pastries, they sell sweet treats, they sell little things. That's good. That's Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear is often somewhere that's not Australian, in Canada. They can talk to me if they can get here, which they currently can't do. So, you hear that, Smokey? I'm right here if you want words. You have to get here. I'm not going to you. You got to come to me. So, Benny's a fire Pokemon. I'm still there. It's the only thing. Like, that's it. But once you can summon an enemy, you just turn into a Pokemon. I don't make the rules. It's just how it goes. In terms of dislikes, I kind of want a bit more comedic with the dislikes. I hate algebra because algebra just confuses the heck out of me. But luckily, it's not like I want to be an architect or anything. I just make coffee. So it's not like I don't need alchemy, like algebraic formulations to make coffee. So that's fine. I do really badly with horror. Now this might be beneficial because if I play a horror game, I'm gonna have like the living scared out of me. So as a result, like it might be fun for you, not fun for me, but that's okay. It'll be fun for you guys. And there's a lot of really good horror games coming out in the last couple of years, like a lot. And obviously I have looked at 0 of them because I don't enjoy them. But maybe I'll enjoy them with all of you. We'll see how they go. As much as I love food, bitter food, not my jam. That is the taste sensation I very much don't enjoy. I do like some bitter food. Like if you're like, oh hey, have a bowl of bitter melon, enjoy that. I'm just like, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'll pass. I think I'll pass on that. I don't like sleeping because I think sleeping's a waste of time. Laying down is nice and like being warm is nice. But sleeping, I don't like 4-wheel drives. They're really big and you can't see on the road properly. And most people don't need them. You just don't. Unless you're off-roading, do you really need a 4-wheel drive? Or like you live in like an area that like rains all the time? I find them very, very irritating. So weird advice. But I was like, aha, a chance to complain about 4-wheel drives, I'll take it. I don't like swimming. Want to go up a mountain? Yeah, off-road, that's off-roading. If you want to go off-roading, then totally. If you like off-roading, that's fine. Like then yeah, you need a 4-wheel drive. Like when I was younger, like if my memory serves me correctly, again, hazy memory here, right? Like I think my mum rode a 4-wheel drive because we lived in like a 60-degree inclination, so I kind of had to. But like you had to have one, right? If you're just like, I only go to around suburbia or to drop the kids at school or something like that, don't need one. It's not required. You just don't need it. Just get a car that people can see past. And everyone's happier. Everyone's happier. But yeah, swimming, I'm not a big fan of it. Mostly because I can't do it. And you know, I know I'm Australian and I should be able to swim. It's kind of like, you know, part of the parcel of us being us, right? But I can't. I can't swim. Doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. And I don't like dubstep either. They're expensive on the upkeep. I imagine so. Like, well, right now, isn't any car expensive on the upkeep? They're all pricey, aren't they? Like all of them. Feels bad right now. Although I did discover, even though in Australia, fuel is like, quote unquote, bad, apparently we don't have it as bad compared to many other places. So I shouldn't complain so much about that. And yeah, I don't like dubstep music. I just don't. Like, I don't know. Tell me a way I can get a Japanese banjo into dubstep music and we'll talk. But without that, I'm not a big fan of it. In terms of what I like to do, like hobby-wise, a lot of it, I guess, kind of makes sense. I like making coffee and matcha and drinks like that. I like drink making and cooking. Huge fan of cooking. I do really want to do some cooking content here. There's some really cool VTubers out there that have inspired me a lot, like Onigiri. Onigiri is amazing at what they do with cooking, and I've definitely got most of the tech here to do it. I just need to do it. I need to like start and like get the appropriate final couple things, and then also be good at cooking. That's the hard part. I'm not exactly good at cooking. Okay, Giri is great at cooking. I am disgusting at cooking. Kidistokasaida says congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you kindly. Thank you. It's good to be finally doing it after like a year. But I'm happy to be here. Other things I like to do is I really find learning about like language and like international culture, like kokusai tekina culture, like really interesting. I find it's a really cool way to expand our minds a little bit, learn a bit more, and just to discover stuff. I think it's like the easiest way to discover new things is to just study international culture, and you find out about so much stuff. There's like so much out there you can talk about and look at, and that's the best way to do it. So I like doing that, and I like the typical VTuber stuff: games, anime, memes. VTubers like all three. That's just the way it is, and I like all three as well because that's just the way it is. In terms of the stuff that, like, if we want to go more specific about like anime, games, and like musicians and stuff like that, anime wise, it's a mixture of like old stuff and really new stuff. So like Kaiji is quite old. Oh, like Hokuto no Ken is old. Evangelion and Ghost in the Shell kind of old, but they were like in Australia they were really important. Or those last two. But then some newer stuff as well. Steingate in the last 10 years. JoJo's re-released in the last 10 years, I guess. Bubble came out, what, like this year? And it's like my favorite animated movie for a long time. And then I just wrote 4-comma anime as like a genre. If I was like, what's my favorite genre? It's probably that. Which is stuff like Azumanga Daioh and like Nichi Bros. And like Arakawa Under the Bridge, I think is also 4-comma. So like and Pop Team Epic is 4-comma, that kind of stuff. Like I find it is very fun because there's a lot of creative expression you can use with 4-comma. So I really enjoy those. In terms of games, and this is important because it's probably the stuff you're gonna see here a lot. I'm a Monster Hunter junkie. So if we go back to slide 1, my nickname is Fenny, right? Fenny is also actually the name of the mascot of Monster Hunter Cross or Monster Hunter Generations. They have the little alpaca sheep hybrid looking things, and they call them Fennies. So that's where that comes from to an extent. As a little like little name lore. But that was accidental. I was like, oh yeah, Hunter Phoenix sounds good. It's symbolic for a variety of reasons, which we will explore as we get along, right? And then I was like, oh wait, Fenny is what it is in like Japanese there. So good nickname. Final Fantasy 14, haven't played it in a long time, and I'm gonna make a new character start from the start. But I really enjoy watching it, and a lot of friends want to play it. I love it. I loved playing it when I did, but haven't played since Stormblood. So, and I skipped Heaven's Ward. I used like a skip potion. So I have a lot of story to explore there. A Yakuza and related series, so Ryuka Gotoku series. I do have the 2 PS4 Japanese exclusives, or there was Kenzan on the PS3 and Ishin on the PS4. I haven't got the PSP ones, unfortunately, like because there was the Japanese exclusive PSP. I think it was 2 of them, but I don't have those. But I do have a PSP and a way to capture from a PSP, so I will try and find them because I'm trying not to emulate anything. Like I'll even do some older Monster Hunter games, like 4 Ultimate and 3 Ultimate. I've got a 3DS capture card, so I can make that work and show some really cool stuff. Rhythm games I really enjoy, but I haven't played them much in a while, so I'm looking forward to getting back into those. I recently got a Sound Voltex controller, and that works with Miku, and obviously it works with Sound Voltex. So, and Konami recently got like this, like it's like a monthly fee, right, where you can just play Sound Voltex unlimited. So expect some rhythm games. I would like to get good at US, but I'm terrible at it, but I'm willing to put in the hard yards and learn and practice. But I think I'll need to get some kind of tablet for that. I haven't got any tablets at the moment, apart from like, you know, I'm using my iPad for like my model tracking, right? So as a result, kind of can't use it for rhythm games. It's a little bit busy right now. I will try and get an iPhone soon. Once I've got that, then I have like a tablet of sorts to kind of work with, and I might better do some tinkering. I don't know. I think also on iPad is like some unique stuff that's kind of different. I'm not too sure. I have a way to capture it though. I can capture my iPad. I've got like, some stuff for that, which is fine. Huge fan of JRPGs. Big fan of those. I understand they're really long, so they're hard to broadcast, but I will do some of those. For example, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just came out. Live Alive came out recently. Digimon Survive will probably fall into that category. There's a lot. Favorite genre. I really wanted to save Yakuza Like a Dragon for broadcasting, right? But I didn't. I just wanted to play it. So I'm probably gonna play it today because actually I'm like right at the ending. So, but I might New Game Plus it on broadcast. We'll see how we go. We'll get to that. And then the VTuber triple, which is Apex, Overwatch, and Valorant. Apex, so specifically I play on mobile. I play the mobile version. I really enjoy it. That's going to be very hard to do until I get my iPhone here, though, because I play it on my iPad, and iPad's kind of busy right now, so can't do that currently. So I'll probably play it on PC, but I really enjoy Apex Mobile. Overwatch I really enjoyed, but Overwatch 2 I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun with, and Valorant I've not played since launch, but I've been looking for a reason to kind of get back into it, and I was like, you know what, when I debut, I'll get back into Valorant. It's been a while, so we'll do some of that. In terms of music and musicians, it's a mixture. So you're gonna see it's like Masayoshi Yamazaki is like 80s, Ken Hirai is like 90s, early 2000s. Yoko Kanno is like does some amazing jazz stuff. Kevin Penkin does some amazing compositional works. Yuzo Koshiro responsible for Maximum Tune, and like as much as I don't like I don't know, like dubstep, he does like EDM, and that's very good. And like Keiji Okabe, because I'm a massive Nier fan. I probably should have put Nier in my games area, but I didn't. But I'm a big fan of the franchise, have been all the way since it came out, and when no one liked the first one, back when it was like a sleeper hit. I'm an old fan of Nier. But I almost hated it because like the fishing was busted, and like I almost returned the game because of that. Chika, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, ohayoじゃなくてkonnichiwaでしょnow. It's like it's 12:30 now. It's not Ohio anymore. It's afternoon now. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Isn't Kevin Penkin from the Made in Abyss? Yes, he is. Kevin Penkin does some fantastic stuff. Not just Made in Abyss though. He's worked on a variety of other things as well. His works are very, very cool. So definitely feel free to check him out. But it's a big fan of all the stuff he does. So big fan. Near both for I haven't played Dragon Guard 3 yet. I have it. I bought it when it came out. I haven't played it yet. So we will stream it, but it's on PS3, and PlayStation 3s have HDCP built into the device. So I have like a HDCP stripper here, so I can live stream from my PS3. It's just not easy and can break a little bit. So I want to replace that device first, and then I'll probably stream it. We'll see. I do want to play it though, because I haven't played Dragon Guard 3. I bought it and then just never played it. So it actually never came out here. In Australia, it was never released, if I'm not right. I'm fairly sure it was just never released here, because the version I have is an American version. I think it just didn't come out. Back during the PS2 and PS3, especially the PS2 era, but PS3 as well. A lot of games just didn't come out here. But also vice versa. There were games that didn't come out in America. So Saint Seiya, like the Saint Seiya games, America's only ever had like 1 or 2 of those. Here, we've had like 6. Because they're really popular in France, and France and Australia was the same disc printing system. Or like Europe and Australia, because they were both PAL in the PS2 days. So they just never made it for like NTSCU. They're like NTSCJ, PAL, done. But a lot of the time, we missed out on way better games. So like Chrono Cross, we never got it. Legend of Dragoon, we never got it. Dragon Guard 3, we never got it. A lot of really good games just didn't come out in Australia. And you know, it's just like, Shogunai, what are you going to do about it? It's like, soka. Hoshina, and you can't, right? But yes, Golden Sun went. I do have the DS one. Is that all? Yeah, I had to go check. I have the DS one. And I do have a capture card. It's like I have a 3DS capture card, so I could stream the DS one. Absolutely, could do that. And probably will at some point, because I haven't played it. It got given to me as a present a long time ago. I just never got around to playing it. I do have it. Next slide, bam. I know there's tags in the top left-hand corner. Let's ignore those, because I realize they're ultra generic, and that's not going to work. I played the first 2, didn't go beyond. Well, there you go. We can play the DS one, and you can experiment what beyond is. We haven't decided anything yet. Like fan names, tags, no, except for Oshi Mark, which I'll get to next. I've got that sorted, but I'm really bad with this kind of stuff. Do I have creativity for this? Not so much. So, if you have any ideas, if you want to let me know, that'd be great. Again, you can, use Hunter Phoenix. You could use like even the koala Noah for inspiration. My nickname is Fenny, so you could use that for inspiration. That's something I'll think about, but I have to do some consideration there because I got nothing. I'm drawing blanks, so feel free to throw them to me on Twitter. I will get a Discord server open up eventually. I decided I didn't want to open that at debut. I wanted to give it a little bit first, and I'll probably open a Discord once I'm able to get memberships. That'll probably be when I'll do that. So it'll be a little bit of a while off. But until then, I'll be living, you can find me on Twitter. It's not hard. So, and you'll also see me around in YouTube streams a lot more because now that I've debuted, I effectively exist, right? So you'll see me around the YouTube space, predominantly the YouTube space. So you'll see if you stream there, let me know. If you see me around, let me know. And if you have any ideas, I'm all ears because I'm stupid. Oshi Mark is pretty simple. It's a coffee and a koala. It's not possible these days to have an Oshi Mark of one emoji. We're too slow for that. It doesn't work that way anymore. So I have two. So yeah, that is Oshi Mark, coffee and a koala. Nice and simple. They both start with letters that can be confused for each other because one's a C, one's a K, right? And last line, boom. And this is big thanks for everybody else for like a lot of the other stuff I've gotten. So the music you're listening to right now is music from Sean Bartley, which I did Decafawala. Perfect. that's right, the Decafawala. That's the Oshi Mark right there, right? So the music you're listening to right now is the music from Sean Bartley, which I commissioned a long time ago. And I have another track as well from Cats. The reason why it's just Cat is like they've gone off socials and I've lost all their information and I don't know how to. I've tried to find them and I've failed horrendously. So, but they were always referred to as Cat at the time. So I do have two different musical tracks. You'll hear the other one because I will show off like the two videos we made already after this, so you get a bit more context as to what we've done. And they both use the other track. In terms of like everything else I have, so like my background, if I go back to here and I get rid of that, I'll just be big for the moment, don't worry about it. I like my background, which is fully animated. You can see like the lights change color and stuff like that. That was all done by UWUMEDIA. The logo, as you can see in my logos are animated. So okay, the music will stop for a second here because let me fix that real quick. There we go. So yeah, I have scuffed debut games, by the way. So the logo animation, not the logo itself, but the animation was done by UWUMEDIA, both in the case of my cafe logo and my more fire themed logo. This is the logo you'll predominantly see. It's kind of the main logo. But yeah, they're the two logos effectively. UWUMEDIA animated both of those. But they didn't make the logos themselves. The logos were, so the overlays, including the one with the hashtags, which you can ignore, the starting and ending like screens, which are like these ones here, the starting screen, my intermission screen. I had the music. I've got to fix that music problem. Intermission screen. That's got a long story behind it too. It's the headshot was done by UWUMEDIA, but the animation and the background and stuff was done by the amazing Nagai Lab, or Monsday at Nagai Lab. And then with the starting soon and stream ending ones, the art was done by Keith Montalvo, and then my schedule templates art is done by Pacos Candy, which you can see on Twitter because they don't have video privileges for that, so I can't show them off here. So yeah, basically Nagai Lab did a lot. I got really lucky being able to work with like UWUMEDIA, who are now doing stuff for like HoloLive very frequently. Nagai Lab as well, actually. They did a lot of stuff for HoloStars. They did a heap of stuff for HoloStars, which I'm really thankful that I got to work with them. But I worked with them like a year ago, so I got in early. My stinger, which I showed off before, but I'll show off again. So this guy, that stinger was done by Spooky. So I was kind of Spooky's first major commission to work with. Spooky does a bunch of free overlays, free transitions, free music and stuff like that. They do a heap. So go check Spooky out. And in terms of my debut video and my channel trailer, I can show them off now. They were done, one was done by UWUMEDIA. I worked with them for kind of basically everything. And then Elliot, who I believe is, I don't know if they're officially part of Negai Lab, but they work with Negai Lab a lot. Did the debut video, which has the wrong dates, which is not their fault, that's my fault. Something I realized when you start going live on YouTube is the first time you want to go live, you actually have to wait 24 hours from when you apply to go live, not from when the channel's created. So I was like, oh, I guess I have to wait for like a day now. This debut was meant to be yesterday, but it got pushed back. Whoops. Either way, let's show off the videos, because maybe you haven't seen them. They're gonna have the same music, so you can hear the same music twice. But yeah, enjoy. Have the debut one first. So I'm really happy with how that one came out, right? Like, that was the debut trailer. Elliot was fantastic to work with. I pretty much was like, yeah, just do what you want. Here's money, because, you know, pay your artists fairly, right? Just do whatever. And that's what they came up with. They were like, oh, let's go for like the Japanese magazine style, a little bit Showa era, and kind of went from there. And they came out with an amazing video. It does use these two cafe backgrounds as well. So I want to also shout out, because I didn't put it in the slides because I knew I'd forget something. Ignoring the logo here, if I hide the logo for a second. So this background is the cafe. This is where I'm at right now. It's got little gachapons out the front and things like that. This was done by Omorphia. Omorphia is, I believe, based in Southeast Asia. I think Indonesia specifically. They also made a night version as well, with like different baked in lighting. They're also doing some cool stuff with, I think, HoloLive now. So big thanks to them for that particular background stuff, which you generally see those at the start and the end of the broadcast. But big thanks to them for that. Or if I want to like hang out at the front and just like talk as if I'm at the front. Oh no, we'll experiment with that as we go. But a big thanks to Omorphia for that. Now there's also the channel trailer, which was done by UWUMEDIA. Let me show that off real quick, and then we will take questions. And then we've almost hit an hour, and I wanted this to be about an hour long. So enjoy. I'll turn the audio down right at the start because I've got it leveled poorly. Enjoy. So I realized that actually wasn't the final version. That was like a draft. The final version is a little bit different. Whoops. But you can see it on this YouTube channel. It's here. It's on the channel. I've uploaded the final version. That was a draft because some things were changed. You would have seen like a little panel thing that wasn't there. The wink, right? I'm really happy with how like this model, the wink's good. Wink's good. Like if I put some effort into it. The wink's good, so I'm gonna use that a lot. And it's got like the good lean, like the lean works as well. Like the lean's like, yeah, like the lean is good. So I'm really happy with that. Hey Jude, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for coming on in. What's going on? So yeah, that's all the slides. Yeah, you've missed all the intro, but it's okay. That's all the slides done. That is basically, slides. So now it's me. Thank you so much. I'm so happy with how it came out. Like, I'm so happy with how the whole thing came out. Like, I wasn't expecting oh no, my ears are still there. Okay, wasn't expecting this to come out as well as it did, but it did, and I'm really happy with it. So I've made the koala mad. Oh, he can stay mad. Stay mad, koala, stay mad. I'm ultra happy with how everything came out. I know it took a long time. It's been a few of you, and I think most of you in the chat actually have been kind of just seeing me do this on and off for about a year now, and it's cool that like that's it. It's live. It's working. It's functioning. Like I exist now, and I'm so happy that it's here and it's good to go, and that we had so many cool things to show off today. Like, you know, we had like, we've shown off like 3 backgrounds, we've shown off like 2 videos, we've got this model and like a bunch of other, and like I've come into it with everything really ready and good to go. Like everything is like on fire. Like, well, not on fire because, like, you know, I don't want to burn the cafe down, but I can make fire. It's good, don't worry about it. If I move myself to the left a little bit, there we go. And then I try this, you can see it a bit better now. There we go. Yeah. Fire me. Creepy, good to see you. How you doing? What's going on? What's the haps? Thanks for coming on in. Good to see so many people. If you have, this is like Q&A time now, I guess. I'm probably going to do an actual more detailed Q&A stream tomorrow. If you have questions, throw them at me on Twitter. Otherwise, I'll just make up a bunch and we'll kind of go from there. But I'll answer any now that people have. Such as Jinzo, which asks, what games do I want to play for future collabs? I'm pretty open. I'm kind of open to anything. I've been getting into Minecraft recently. Heap of fun. I do have, like, I don't like playing like lying games, like Among Us and stuff like that. I don't like games that, I don't like deception games. That's about it. I'll play basically anything else. And I enjoy most stuff, like, you know, Mario Kart, mad fun. Apex, mad fun. Pretty much everything but deception games, mad fun. I'm not going to be doing solo Monster Hunter or do it with a group of randos or friends. I'll be doing I think I'll be playing with people. I've always found Monster Hunter to be a much more fun, how I say, cooperative experience. Is that the word? Like, I don't enjoy Monster Hunter solo nearly as much as I enjoy it multiplayer. I think it's way more fun multiplayer. For those of you in hanging out who play Monster Hunter, we can play. I have it on Switch and I've got it on PC as well. I haven't got Sunbreak on Switch yet, but I have it on PC. But I do also have World. I've also got Monster Hunter 4U, 3U. If you've only got the Japanese versions, Cross to Double Cross, I got Generations Ultimate on the Switch as well. So I have pretty much like every Monster Hunter since like Try. Pretty much. Which we can play. I know for the 3DS and DS ones, having the Japanese version as well is also important because they're region locked. So that's the thing. Do I like? Yeah, I'm definitely down to play some Minecraft. That is something I've only kind of recently got into, and I'm a scrub at it. Like, I'm just gonna punch trees for like an hour. But I think it's really fun, and I would love to build little houses and do cool things, and I don't know, punch fish. What else do in that game? Sure, other stuff, Peter. Minecraft seems fun. Favorite hobbies? I did a slide for that. Is it that slide? No, that one. That's my hobbies slide. So yeah, like drink and food creation are my major hobbies, and like learning about language and like international culture. So like 国際的な文化から gonna make a cafe. I could. That'd be actually really cool. Oh man, that's a great idea. Huh. I got hide behind my slide. Bam. Great idea. I really like that idea. That'd be really fun to do. Because we have a structure. We have like an exterior... oh, bam. We have a structure. So like we could do that. That's very, very doable. Very, very doable. Not easy, because I don't know how I'd do it. But that'd be the fun, right? It's like figuring out how to make this with an interior of this. I guess if I hide that of like this as a thing. It's doable, but not necessarily easy, but doable. Goals and mokteki. That is something I'm actually still really kind of in flux about. I want to use VTubing to do creative things that like you can only do because you're a VTuber. I'm really interested in like doing some like really lore heavy stuff, doing interesting creative projects that you can do because you are an animated character. Things that I could not do as an individual, as a real person, effectively, right? I want to do some cool things there. I want to use this as an opportunity to speak Japanese more. I'm looking for, because I do study it and I'm trying to get better at it. So I'm looking for reasons to speak it more. So I think VTubing is a good way to do that. We'll be able to do Lingo Dia streams or Wanikani streams and do a bunch of practice and things like that. And I will do some Zatsudan in I'll do them mostly in English to start with, just kind of while I find my feet and I get a bit more comfortable with broadcasting. But I will eventually start doing them only in Japanese, or I'll do challenges I have to speak Japanese, but if I speak English at all, instinctively, that's it, stream's over, it just ends. Oh no, I fail, like Japanese challenge, right? Stuff like that. And I would like to also get the Korean back that I've lost, because I could speak fundamental Korean. I could get by. I could speak survival Korean and order food, ask for directions, hold really basic conversation about hobbies and stuff. I can't anymore. It's all gone. So because I didn't use it, so I lost it. So I'd like to eventually start doing very occasional, very basic Korean segments. Definitely not whole broadcasts. I could do that in Japanese, kind of, but Korean I couldn't do it. My Korean is not strong enough to kind of handle that. We could talk about colors for 10 minutes, and it's well, now what? And also the challenge of I'm bouncing off myself. There is conversation happening. I'm reading, you lovely people in the chat, right? But it's just me talking non-stop for an hour in a language that I'm not good at. That's gonna be really hard. Yeah, building the cafe in Minecraft would be really fun. So I definitely want to do that. Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm all for playing with community. I think it's gonna be a lot more fun playing with community. Getting community on voice chat, different story. Again, I'm not gonna really have the Discord available until memberships are available. Once that's done, and that's gonna take me some time. Memberships take a while to activate. I ain't no big fancy famous boy. I'm just a little dude that owns a cafe. So I probably won't open the Discord until memberships become available. Once they do though, then I'll look into that kind of stuff. Once people can do memberships, once people can do supers, that's when I'll consider that kind of thing. I may do it earlier. We'll see how we go. I have to think about that for a while. Get back to me on that. But absolutely, if I'm playing Minecraft, I can get a realm. People can come hang out. I can play. I will look into mods, as in modding Minecraft, not as in chat moderators. Modding Minecraft. I have a lot to learn there. I know nothing about it, but it's something I will learn. Will there be membership tiers? Probably. I mean, what's one of the main benefits of YouTube over other platforms is you can have tiers and you can set your price, and it allows you to do certain things. So I really want to have one that's just $1, which is just it's a support, you get your emotes, so it's a support one. You get your emotes, that's all you get, but you get it, right? I'm a big fan of having a $1 entry point, because a lot more people can afford that, and they just want to show support. They can cost them $1. And then other tiers will allow other things. So oh, okay, you want to hang out in the Discord, that might cost a little bit, it might be $5. Or oh, you want to play do other things, there might be a little bit more. I don't want to have more than 3 tiers tops. 3 tiers would be at the top, and I gotta figure out kind of what I do with them all. That's gonna take, again, some time, but we'll figure it out. Sure thing, June, take care. Thank you for hanging out. Good luck with your event today. And I will see you soon. Take it easy. Can't wait to hang out. I want to hang out with more lovely people. That's actually well timed, because I did want to kind of hard cap this at an hour. And thank you, June, for the kind messages. But that means, yeah, it makes sense. They have to go back because it's on the hour. It is on the hour. I wanted to keep this debut kind of limited to an hour, and then we'll do more tomorrow. And tomorrow, I didn't make a schedule thing, did I? No. So my schedule's on Twitter. See, on the bench I can't, because it's got art which hasn't got video rights, so I can't show it here anyway. But on Twitter, you'll be able to see my schedule for the week. The week only has 2 days left. There's not much. So tomorrow is going to be debut 2.0. in the sense that I will be basically chilling and answering questions. You can throw questions at me on Twitter. Twitter's the best way. I haven't got a marshmallow or anything like that set up yet. Throw them to me on Twitter. I'm also going to make a bunch of generic questions myself to give me things to talk about. Because what if no one sends any questions? Then I'll be like, oh no, I have no questions. You can enjoy me sitting here making bubble noises for an hour. And like, you know, that's not good content. So, oh, maybe it is. Who knows? I'm new to this. But yeah, no Ian curse. No major hiccups. A couple of hiccups, but nothing like, you know, like ones like, you know, my ears being visible through my hat. But like, that's about it. Not much else. But man, this has been fun. I still can't believe that it took me a year. We got, and thanks for the 10 concurrents. We got double-digit concurrents on first broadcast. I ain't gonna say no to that. I'm very happy with that. Don't forget, big thing. If you could be so kind, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Bell's a big one. Bell is how you'll get pings when I go live, so you can come and say hello. But of course, don't feel obligated to. But hitting the bell would mean a lot. Obviously, you know, starting off, like, it's really hard to kind of kick things off and get into gear and, you know, get people in and slowly build up. But me, if I stick with 10 people, I'm happy with that. If I have 5 people, I'm happy with that. It doesn't need to be like a huge numbers or anything. Yes, it'd be cool, but it's not the goal. The goal is just to have fun, make cool creative content, make new friends, speak Japanese more. And also learn more about drinks, like about coffee and stuff like that, which I've kind of been doing on my own anyway. But doing more of that kind of stuff will be my juncture. But yes, I'm going to wrap up here. Today has been a heap, and I mean a heap of fun. But as you can see, the sun has set. It's time to wrap things up. I was going to do the meme. I forgot about it. Damn it. Can I get it up? Can I get it up? Let's see. This is a very Japanese meme. Actually, no, I won't do it because it could mute the video. So we won't do that. But like the, you know when you go to a Japanese store and like, they're gonna close for the day, right? And it's like, you know, da 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 da, and they play like Discount Auld Lang Syne. It's a different song, but you know, everyone in the West is like, oh, it's just Auld Lang Syne, when it's not. But they always play that. You go to like Tokyo Game Show and then close it, and they always play that. I wanted to end the streams playing that, but not the debut, because there's a chance I might get struck for it. It shouldn't be, because it's the one that like all the short doors in Japan use, and it's like kind of MIDI scuffed, so it should be okay. But let's not risk it for today. For today, let's just play it safe, I think. Again, thank you all for hanging out. Come by again tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do more. My music stopped. Oh, whatever. We'll just switch up. We'll do this music. Tomorrow we will do Q&A. Just throw them at me on Twitter. HunterPhoenixCH. I'm HunterPhoenixCH everywhere. So, like Twitter, Insta, TikTok, a lot. But Twitter's the one you'll find me on. This was fun. Much love to all of you. I love you all. Please take care. Stay safe. Look after your koalas. Make a hot drink. And I will see you tomorrow.